My name is Phil Robinson, and I run for County Council in District 11. In a little bit over a month, we'll be able to take a historic step towards moving our region forward. And I'm excited to see so many friends and family and faces out there in the audience tonight. I also want to thank the League of Women Voters and also John Carroll University for allowing us this forum in order to discuss the issues. As I go door to door and talk to residents, I hear the same two questions. Number one, there's a county council election coming up. And number two, don't already have a city council member. This is not city council. Instead, this is county council. And there's three specific things I want you to keep in mind as you're looking at the candidates to decide who best can fit the bill. Number one, you need someone who can help keep the county executive in check. Whether it's the budget, whether it's commissions, appointing people, you need someone who's going to be on top of those issues. Number two, you need someone who understands the budget. That's the power of the council, to be able to make sure that whether it's contracts or everything down to forecasting, to making sure your dollars and tax dollars are being spent efficiently, that is being done. And finally, you need a group of people who can come together to create a regional plan that we can stick with. I can spend these next 2 minutes talking about my background working on Capitol Hill or managing multi-million-dollar budgets for Fortune 500 communication companies. But instead, I think this election is about something more fundamental: community. That's the reason why I'm running, to grow it. If you can't grow the community and you can't grow the population, you can't move this region forward. In order to do that, we need to modernize our government to make sure it can take on the challenges of the 21st century. I'm proud to say that I've been backed by everyone from State Senator Nina Turner to almost every majority of Democratic organizations made up by everyday voters to endorse my campaign. But even more importantly, I'm looking to ask for you to join me in being able to move this region forward. If we're able to do that, we'll truly make a government as good as its promise. And if we're able to make it as good as our promise, once again, the place that my family migrated to for community and stayed for opportunity will once again be there. Thank you, and I look forward to our conversation this evening.
Good evening. I too thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this forum this evening. I'm running for County Council District 11 because I have a passion for revitalizing inner-ring suburbs. I have a vision for our district that will make it more livable, walkable, and safe. I have an established record as a long-term City Council member in South Euclid and City Council President. I've served in that capacity as a council member since 1999. I've also served on almost every committee in South Euclid, including the Finance Committee, which oversees the South Euclid budget. I've served on Legislative Committee as well as Planning and Zoning. I've also been appointed to serve on the National League of Cities Environmental Policy Committee, which advises Congress on environmental policies. I'm also an attorney who practices downtown in family law, where every day I have in connection with our government CSA agencies, which is part of the County Council's oversight. I have a track record in South Euclid where I've been able to achieve an economic development department, a dog park, which was not paid for with taxpayer expense. I have a vision as well that we're going to be able to have sustainable jobs in this county, bring jobs back, and most importantly, we need to address the foreclosure crisis, which has hit our district extremely hard. And by that, we will be looking at the land bank and strengthen the land bank. And lastly, our County District 11 has many unique features that I'd like to enhance and increase, including our medical district, which we can enhance from all the way from Euclid to Beechwood. We can create an educational corridor that includes the Maltz Museum in Beechwood, John Carroll University, and Notre Dame College. We can enhance and bring people back to our district to increase our region's growth. And I hope you guys will consider my candidacy, and I'd love to speak to you after tonight's forum. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jim Joyner. I thank the League of Women Voters for this opportunity to share with you tonight. I'm a 15-year resident of University Heights. I've worked professionally for 39 years in the health and human services field. I'm currently a business owner and very much vested in the realities of this district and the challenges that face Cuyahoga County. 15 of those 35 years I spent with the Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services Board of Cuyahoga County, where I worked with multi-million-dollar budgets and budget presentations, supervised staff, learned and worked with county officials, department director heads. I have a good working knowledge of the county and the resources and the assets, the things that work well and the things that don't work so well. Again, as a clinician and business owner, I feel that I have a very good foundation and particular set of life skills that make me a viable choice for candidate for District 11 County Council seat. There's not enough time, and you'll hear it said by other candidates, you've heard it said, to share with you all we would like to say in 2 minutes. So let me just talk briefly about those things that I feel are important. We need a comprehensive, all-inclusive business plan, economic development plan. We need to work with neighborhoods and individuals to secure healthier, safer neighborhoods. By myself, I can't bring more jobs. By myself, I can't improve or increase the value of your home. By myself, I can't reduce your taxes. But if you share the same vision as I do and believe that we can work together to better our community, then I ask you to make me your county district representative. I ask you to be a joiner and support me in my vision. Thank you.
I want to thank the League for having us all here. It's a pleasure to be at a forum where we've got 10 other districts so that our district can have its say. I could go into a lot of magnificent ideas, most of which everyone else is espousing. But really, when it comes down to why are you going to vote for me, you're going to vote because of the person that I am and what helped shape me. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm a graduate of Cleveland Heights High School. I'm a child of the 60s. I went to the University of Michigan for my undergraduate and had a degree in political science. I then went to the University of Michigan Law School, got my JD. I married my beautiful wife, Arlene. Came back to the city, partly to be near my parents so that when we raised our kids, they would have grandparents nearby, but also because at the time that I was here, there was good economic opportunity. You know, we had companies such as TRW and a number of other, like Ohio, both of which companies have left. But there was economic opportunity when I was here. So I worked for the Federal Trade Commission for a few years, investigating consumer fraud and antitrust violations. I then worked for White Motor, another company which is gone out of the district. And basically, I then went to work as a bankruptcy lawyer, and I deal with real people. And I see the faces of the people out there, and I realize that things are bad in the area. And I'm sorry that I just don't have the time to really go into my background, and I'll be glad to go into it later. But I do bankruptcy and I do foreclosure defense, and I see people that are hurting. And this county needs help. We are a mess. We need good people in positions of authority that are creative and have the ability to solve the problem. So I would say that if you vote for me, you're going to get a fine government.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rose M. Allen, and first of all, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this event. I've been asked many times, why am I running for this position? My answer is very simple. I care about Cuyahoga County, and I have a knowledge of some things that can be easily fixed. I am a pharmacist, and most people know that pharmacists have always been in the top 10 of most trusted professions. I've spoken with the media recently, and the question keeps coming up about what are the priorities. The priorities are simple. Economic development will lead to solving many of the other problems. If we can create jobs, good paying jobs that give people enough income and health benefits, we can address some of the issues that relate to health and human services. We can reduce the number of people who need health and human services if they have jobs and health care that they provide for themselves. Looking into health care, we have to keep it as a priority. Health and human services must remain strong because we are facing a nation of aging baby boomers who are going to be needing much of the health care services that are provided through the county. and persons with disabilities will need services. In addition to that, there are children who will need services. My main way of seeing economic development and jobs to this area focuses on the manufacturing of wind turbine parts, solar panels, photovoltaic cells, and batteries for electric cars, which both the President of the United States and Governor Strickland have supported. So I'm asking that you give me a chance to help make things better for Cuyahoga County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Prodan, and I'm running for County Council because I love Cleveland. I offer a new perspective and a positive change for the region. I study government, and I know that we can't continue with business as usual. To change for the better, we need new blood and new ideas. We need to make sure that corruption is a thing of the past and we put it behind us. To do this, we need to create strong ethics policies, institute ethics education programs for the county employees. We need to protect whistleblowers and to create a transparent bidding process for contracts and for county jobs. We need a new direction to move our economy forward. We must connect with colleges with businesses to develop our workforce, for jobs in demand, to spark innovation, to create internship programs, and to keep graduates here and stop the brain drain. We need a friendlier business environment to help connect businesses with startup or expansion. And find an easier way to help businesses get assistance, such as creating a one-stop business to connect, a one-stop shop for business to connect businesses with area nonprofits. Finally, we need an effective and efficient government that doesn't spend big, but rather spend smartly. While we must work within the county to eliminate redundancies, we also must work with cities to make sure that they find savings by working together. Thank you.